Emily. My main character is kind of a jerk. Okay. I didn't mean for her to be that way, but I've discovered that she's not very likable. Do you have any tips on how to salvage a character, make them more relatable? I do. I actually have a blog post that I posted on my blog probably 7 years ago. And to this day, it's my #1 visited blog post. And I think that's kind of telling, is that, Emily, you're not alone. We have a lot of writers out there who are dealing with the problem of likable characters. And the reason I wrote the blog post is because I wrote a book called 52 Reasons to Hate My Father, and the character is kind of a jerk as well at the start. So the problem with writing characters who transform is that sometimes you have to make them not very likable at the beginning so that they can become likable through the process. So I'm going to navigate you to that blog post, and we will post a link to that in the comments as a reply to yours, so you can look into that. However, just a quick tip for you is you probably need to save a cat. So the whole book, Save the Cat, was named after a little tip that says if you have a unlikable character who needs some sort of redemption, then you need to have them do something in the setup beat towards the beginning of the story where, like saving a cat, where the audience can get behind them. So one of the classic examples is from the movie Aladdin. When you first meet Aladdin, I'm referring to the animated movie. I can't remember if it's the same in the live action. I think it is. But when you first meet Aladdin, he's stealing. He's a thief. And so he's not entirely likable. But then you see that he steals a loaf of bread. And then when he sees these 2 starving children, he gives his half of the bread to the children. So you immediately kind of go, oh, well, he's not that bad, right? So that would be sort of a Save the Cat moment. We had a similar problem with when we wrote Sky Without Stars. Our main character, Shatine, is also a thief. She's sort of a con artist. She's been living on the streets all her life, and she's just learned her way around the law. She's a little bit of an Aladdin character. And we wanted to make sure right off the bat that the audience got behind her. So we sort of did a similar thing where she steals a loaf of bread and she gives a piece of it to a mother who's trying to nurse a starving baby. And so we sort of like wanted to give the reader something to latch on to, like, okay, she's not all bad. So that would be my first piece of advice, and then there'll be more in that blog post. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.